Hi, folks. Just a quick little review on NASDAQ for May 13th, 2025. All right, here's a daily chart. As I mentioned last night, we would be looking for it to run up into this CPI next. And then I want to see if it can climb back above it and then use it as an inversion fair value gap to set the stage for a run up into these highs here. So we didn't get much of a retracement, at the opening bell. So we'll take a look at that. So here's 1 minute chart. This is CPI number. As I mentioned on Twitter, and I shared the same thing in the Telegram channel. Would have rather seen it use CPI to drop down, take some sell side, and then do these types of runs here up into that blue fair value gap that I mentioned on the daily chart last night, and today you can see where it traded to. Sell side liquidity pool taken here. If you do a measurement on the open to the low of that CPI number wick, you'll see a upper quadrant of this wick overlaps with this as well. And we have first percentage fair value gap for Tuesday's trading. Opens, trades down, hits it here, runs away. Fair value gap here, include that volume imbalance. Then we have a breakaway gap, measuring gap, and then slightly higher it should go. The 10 o'clock Eastern Time silver bullet, that's this right here. It's also overlapping with the 950 1010 macro. You can add that on your own charts. Trade up the consequent encroachment of that daily fair value gap, which was the CBI on the daily chart, which was our objective. And then we used the consequent encroachment here, traded to the high of it, upper quadrant, and then outside of it here. So we're going to look at the afternoon now. Looking up over here, all I did was make the chart a little bit taller, the same upper portion of that previous slide or the daily CBI. That's the blue shaded area here on the chart. So we traded outside of it, came back into a BISI, rallied once more, got to the time of day we like to look for the opening range, which is 30 minutes, 9:30 p.m. Eastern Time to 2 o'clock Eastern Time. So you look for the range in here to give you your first percent of fair value gap, which is here. And as you traded into the final hour trading, market rallies up, falls short, look at the bodies. Failure swing up here, failure swing here. The bodies tell the story here. We break lower below the first percent of fair value gap during 3:15 p.m. Eastern Time to 3:45 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, macro. And we break lower, come back up in, candlesticks close, candlesticks low with the volume imbalance included. This acts as an inversion fair value gap. And I didn't want to draw another rectangle over top this one because this is going to act as an inversion fair value gap as well. We break lower, come back up into midway, consequent encroachment of this gap. We break aggressively lower, and this buy side imbalance, sell side inefficiency should act as an inversion fair value gap as well. It does so here, delivering down into the sell side liquidity and the short-term low over here for good measure. Wednesday, I'll be looking for the likelihood of trying to make an attempt to get down to the lower portion of this daily fair value gap. And if it can break a little bit lower, we'll look for Tuesday's first percent of fair value gap as a draw. That's what I'm watching. I'm not trying to press it hard, obviously. On the daily chart, I'm bullish. But for intraday volatility, if we can find a way to set up a scenario that leads back down to Tuesday's first percent of fair value gap, because it really didn't redeliver back to it. It just was a immediate delivery to it, like one candle after it formed. So that's kind of like, it's not enough for me. So we'll be looking for that. At least let me say it this way. I will be looking for something like that. And then there it is. So we'll watch and see what the market does at open tomorrow. That's it, folks. Hope you found it insightful, helpful, inspiring, encouraging. Until talk to you next time. Lord willing, be safe.